Oh my goodness, hi everyone. It is so good to be back with you all today.
Yeah, it really is. And welcome. Welcome back to the Learn English podcast.
That's right, where we help you, learn English through short, simple conversations. Super natural.
Exactly. I'm Bob.
And I'm Julia, your host. We're just so excited to have you here, like every single time. So today, we're actually going to dive into something super useful, especially if you're just starting out with English.
Ooh, sounds good. What is it?
We're going to talk about meeting new people. You know, those first conversations, how to introduce yourself politely and like ask their name.
That's a big one. Very important.
Exactly. It's all about, those essential English phrases for interacting with people you're just meeting. And we've made sure it's perfect for our beginner English learners out there. So, really easy phrases to pick up. So, to help you really understand how these phrases work, like in a real situation, we're actually going to act out a very short conversation for you.
Ooh, a role play. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just a simple, quick dialogue between us, so you can hear how people actually use these phrases when they meet someone new. It's like a little real life simulation for you.
Perfect. That really helps, I think, to put things into context.
Absolutely. It's about seeing, how it fits into a natural flow. Okay, Bob, ready to show everyone how it's done?
Absolutely, Julia. Let's pretend we're meeting for the very first time.
Perfect. So, hi. I don't think we've met before. My name's Julia.
Oh, hey there. No, I don't think we have. It's really nice to meet you, Julia. I'm Bob.
Nice to meet you too, Bob. So, are you new around here? I haven't seen you, at the usual coffee shop.
Yeah, actually, I just moved here last week. Still trying to find my way around.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks, Julia.
Okay, fantastic. So now that we've heard that little role play, it's time for our repetition station. This is where you, our amazing listener, can practice saying these phrases out loud with us.
That's right. Don't be shy. Just repeat after us, nice and slowly. It really helps with your pronunciation and getting comfortable.
Let's start with a classic, how to introduce yourself. So say it with me. Hi, I don't think we've met before. My name's Julia. And you, add your own name.
Hi, I don't think we've met before. My name's Bob.
Good job, Bob. Now try it again, everyone. Really focus on that intonation.
Hi, I don't think we've met before. My name's Bob.
Okay, great. Next, when someone introduces themselves, what do you say? It's really nice to meet you. Let's try that. Say it with me. It's really nice to meet you.
It's really nice to meet you.
Again, nice and clear.
It's really nice to meet you.
And if they say nice to meet you, you can reply with nice to meet you too. Your turn. Say it with me. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
One more time.
Nice to meet you too.
And to keep that conversation going, we had a great question. Are you new around here? Let's practice that. Are you new around here?
Are you new around here?
Again.
Are you new around here?
And finally, a very friendly phrase. Welcome to the neighborhood. Try it with us. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
One last time with a smile.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
All right. So we just practiced those phrases in our repetition station. Now, let's really break them down, okay? What do they mean and when do we use them?
Yeah, good idea. Because just saying them is one thing, but knowing why you're saying them, is important too.
Exactly. So, first step, that classic introduction we did. Hi, I don't think we've met before. My name's Julia. This one, it's a great way to start because it's polite and clear. You're acknowledging that you're probably strangers, which is often the case when you're meeting someone new, right?
Yeah, it's like you're not assuming anything. You're opening the door for them to say, "Oh no, we haven't," or "Yes, we have." But mostly it'll be, "No, we haven't." It's very natural.
It is. And then, after someone introduces themselves or you introduce yourself, the next polite thing to say is, "It's really nice to meet you." This phrase is super common, Bob. What does it tell the other person?
Well, it tells them you're like happy to meet them. That you're welcoming them, It's positive. The really part, it just adds a little extra emphasis, like I'm genuinely glad to meet you.
Perfect explanation, Bob. It shows genuine interest. And then when they say, "Nice to meet you," you'll often hear the reply, "Nice to meet you too." It's just mirroring their politeness, showing you're on the same page.
Yeah, it's like a little polite echo, right? You hear it all the time.
You absolutely do. Now, sometimes if you're in a more casual setting, like at a party or maybe a small gathering, you can be a bit more direct with your own introduction. You could simply say, "Hi, I'm Julia," or "Hello, I'm Julia." It's very straightforward, and it's totally fine.
Oh yeah, I often just go with, "Hey, I'm Bob." Especially if it's like a friend's party, it's very relaxed.
Yep, very relaxed. Now, what if you want to introduce someone else? This is important too. Let's say, Bob, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Sarah. I could say, "Sarah, this is Bob." Or, "Bob, this is Sarah, my friend."
So this is a good, simple way to introduce people. Easy to remember.
Exactly. Or you could even say, "Bob, I'd like you to meet Sarah." That's a little bit more formal, but still very friendly and perfectly acceptable. So remember, "This is," or "I'd like you to meet," are great ways to introduce others.
Lots of ways to be polite when you first meet someone. It's actually simpler than it sounds, isn't it?
It really is. It's all about making that first connection easy and friendly. Okay, so we've covered introductions, right? Now, what about asking someone's name? Because sometimes, they introduce themselves, but you might not catch it, or maybe you introduced yourself first and now you need their name. How do you do that, Bob? Naturally.
Oh, that's a good one. Sometimes someone just says, "Hi, I'm Bob," and then you're like, "Oh, nice to meet you, but what's your name?"
Exactly. So, a very common and natural way, especially if you've just said your name, is to then ask, "And your name is?" You say it with that rising intonation at the end, like a question. "And your name is?" It sounds very polite.
Yeah. Or if you didn't quite hear them or you forgot for a second, you could say, "Sorry, what was your name again?" That's totally fine. People understand.
Oh, that's a great one, Bob. Sorry, what was your name again? It's super natural. No one will feel offended. It happens all the time. We forget things.
Right. And then after you know each other's names, the conversation can keep going, right? You don't want it to just stop there.
No, we definitely don't want it to stop. So, how do we keep it going? What are some easy, beginner-friendly follow-up questions? Like after "Nice to meet you, blank, what next?"
One of the most common ones is, "So, what do you do?" This means like, "What's your job?" or "Are you a student?" It's a very standard question.
Yes, what do you do? Super common. And sometimes people will say, "I'm a student," or "I work at," "I'm a teacher." It's a great starting point. Another one, if you're like at a party or a social event, is, "How do you know blank, like the host name?" Or "How do you know the person who introduced you?"
Oh, that's smart because then you instantly have something in common like, "Oh, I know them from school," or "We work together." It creates an instant connection.
Totally. And how about, "Where are you from?" That's another really easy and common one, especially if you think someone might not be from the local area.
Yeah, "Where you from?" is perfect. And then you can talk about cities or countries. It's pretty universal. What else, Julia? Like if you're at an event.
If you're at an event, you could ask something like, have you been here before? Or are you enjoying the party or event? These are, lighter questions, you know? They don't require a super long answer, but they open the door for more conversation.
Right. It's not too much pressure. It's like, are you having a good time? Or is this your first time at this place?
Exactly. And remember, when you ask these questions, listen to the answer. And then maybe you can ask another question based on what they said. That's how conversations really flow naturally. It's like, oh, you're from Canada. Which part of Canada? Or, oh, you're a student. What are you studying?
So it's a bit like a tennis match, isn't it? You ask, they answer, you ask again based on their answer. Keep the ball moving.
Yes, Bob, a conversation tennis match. That's a great way to think about it. And don't worry about being perfect. Just try these simple questions. They will help you a lot when meeting new people in English. Okay, so we've learned how to start a conversation, how to ask names, and how to keep it going with questions. But what about showing that you're really interested in what the other person is saying? Or, how to be friendly and maybe make a new friend.
Oh, that's important, Julia, because you want the other person to feel like you're listening, right? Not just asking questions.
Exactly. So when someone tells you something interesting, you can say, oh, really? It's like a small question, but it shows you're paying attention. Or, that's interesting. Super simple, but effective.
Yeah. Oh, really? Is great. You can make your voice go up a little bit at the end, like a question, but it's more like, "Wow, tell me more," without actually saying "tell me more."
Right. And if they say something that sounds fun or exciting, you can say, sounds fun, or that sounds great. It shows enthusiasm. For example, if someone says, I went hiking last weekend, you can reply, oh, sounds fun.
Yeah, or that's cool if you want to be a bit more casual, like I love to draw. Oh, that's cool.
That's cool is very common. Yes, very natural. And Bob, what about when you really like talking to someone and you want to maybe meet them again? How do you say that? Politely.
Well, you can say, it was really nice talking to you. That's a good way to end the conversation, but in a friendly way. It shows you enjoyed it.
Yes, it was really nice talking to you. And then if you want to be even more open to meeting again, you could add, I hope to see you again soon, or maybe we'll run into each other again.
That's good, Julia. It's not too strong, you know? It's not like we must meet again. It's more gentle. I hope to see you again.
Right, it's friendly, not pushy. And remember, with all these phrases, your tone of voice is super important. A smile and a friendly tone makes a huge difference.
Yes, a big smile. It makes people feel comfortable. So, to recap, phrases like, oh, really? That's interesting. Sounds fun. That's cool. Show you're listening and interested.
And then, to end on a friendly note, you can say, it was really nice talking to you, or I hope to see you again soon. These are all great ways to show interest and build connections, even as a beginner. Practice these, everyone. So, Bob, we've gone through a lot of really useful phrases today, right? For introducing yourself, asking names, follow-up questions, and even showing interest. But, what's the next step for our listeners? Like, how do they actually use these?
Um, oh, that's the big question, isn't it? Well, the first thing is, don't be afraid. Seriously, it's okay to make mistakes.
everyone does, even native speakers sometimes trip over their words.
That's so true. It's not about being perfect. It's about being understood, right? And just, trying. So find chances to practice, even small ones.
Yeah, like if you go to a coffee shop, maybe try to say good morning to the barista. Or if you're waiting somewhere, you could try a simple hi, how are you to someone around you if it feels right.
Or even just practicing with yourself in the mirror. It sounds a bit silly, I know, but it really helps you get comfortable with the sounds and the rhythm of the phrases.
It's like muscle memory for your mouth, the more you say it, the easier it becomes. And remember, the people you meet, most people are really, really nice. They want to understand you. They won't judge you for your English.
Exactly. Most people are very, very patient and happy that you're trying to communicate in their language. So don't worry about being perfect. Just try. And remember to use those polite phrases like, excuse me, or pardon me, if you need to ask someone to repeat something.
Yes, that's a good one to keep handy. Pardon me, or could you repeat that, please? And consistency is key, right, Julia? Just a little bit every day.
Absolutely. A little bit every day is far better than like studying for hours once a week. 5 minutes of practice using these phrases out loud can really make a big difference over time. So just keep trying, everyone. You got this. Whew. So, Bob, we've covered like a lot today, haven't we? We talked about how to introduce yourself politely.
Yeah, like, hi, I'm Bob, or it's nice to meet you. Super useful.
Exactly. And then natural ways to ask someone's name. What's your name? Or may I ask your name?
Uh-huh. And then those easy follow-up questions to keep the conversation rolling, like, where are you from? Or what do you do?
Yes. And probably my favorite part, those really friendly phrases to show interest and actually make new friends. Like, that's interesting. Or, oh, really? Little things that make a big difference.
Yeah, it's all about making that first connection feel easy, right? And not scary.
Absolutely. So, for your challenge this week, after you finish listening, we want you to try one of these phrases. Just one. Maybe it's, hi, my name is, to someone new, or practicing, it's nice to meet you in the mirror.
Or if you feel super brave, try a follow-up question. And then, you know what? We'd love to hear about it.
Yes, please go down to the comment section on our YouTube channel where you'll find this podcast and tell us, what phrase did you try? Or what new friend did you try to make? We'll be reading every single one.
Yeah, we love hearing from you guys. It really helps us know what you want to learn next too.
It really does. So that's all for today on the Learn English podcast. Thank you so, so much for joining us. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
You are.
And we'll see you next time, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.